Some of my favorite stories in animation tend to be those that involve game-changing in-world events. I'm talking Wyrtmageddon, Sozin's Comet, the Aztec Skulls. Big story beats that are built over the course of multiple episodes, leading into some sort of doomsday that the characters have to put an end to. Lo and behold, the Owl House has been building up its own narrative with this trope, as Season 2 has focused on a brewing storm, Emperor Belos' various preparations for the Day of Unity. But what exactly is the Day of Unity? Well, we were shown a glimpse of it in Hunting Palisman, but arguably, it was out of context, and there's only so much we as an audience have verbal confirmation on. That being said, the show has been loaded up with various clues and plot threads that are inevitably going to collide in this cataclysmic event. So today, we're going to go over everything we know about the Day of Unity, and throw in our 2 cents along the way. Why does Belos need a portal? How far is the Day of Unity from finally happening? Are my favorite characters going to be safe? We're answering it all today. As always, to stay in the loop of all things Owl House, please subscribe to the Roundtable for more cartoon content. The time to get your theory on is now, while we're waiting for the series to return. Alright, so on a surface level, the Day of Unity is a pretty straightforward event, an act where the 2 realms we become familiar with, the human realm and demon realm, are seemingly cleaved together, forming a singular world. Think of Star vs. the Forces of Evil's ending, accomplished with intent at the hands of the lead villain. In this light, I don't know what that says about Star.
Break the bond, tear the fabric, cleave the stone, stop the magic. Break the bond, tear the fabric, cleave the stone, stop the magic.
As illustrated through the vision bells granted to the 9 Coven heads, it seems as if the goal in merging these worlds together is placing the remains of the Titan onto Earth, as its skull will be placed smack dab in Connecticut, likely Graysfield in particular. It's been demonstrated numerous times throughout the series that magic cannot be successfully performed outside of the demon realm due to the separation from the Titan itself. However, this move would ideally enable magic on Earth. If it wasn't considered wild magic, I would even go as far to say humans would be able to utilize and perform spells through the likes of glyphs. Which is interesting to think about, as the Day of Unity is also stated to be an event where Belos will rid the world of wild magic, and celebrate the purification of magic through the Coven system. Combine this with Belos' remarks that only those worthy will retain their magical ability, it seems as if he plans to strip power from a majority of witches on the Isles, leaving only those he can trust and control to wield pure magic. Presumably these would be the Coven heads, a specific few within the Emperor's Coven, like Hikimura, and any other few favored by Belos. Hell, some of the students should be able to retain their magic, because we know witches don't live forever, and Coven heads retire, as seen with the former head of the Bard Coven, as we witnessed Rain getting inaugurated in their place. Perhaps they'll explore this in an upcoming episode, finally tying back in Willow's latent power and Amity's prestigious status as a promising witch whose skills are ever growing. Backtracking to magic being stripped, now that I'm thinking about it, there could be a possibility that Belos plans for artificial magic to play a bigger role after the Day of Unity, integrating it into society for witches and humans alike, via highly nerfed versions of the staffs Belos and Hunter already use. This would give any witch who retains their pure magical ability an advantage, as they're able to utilize the magic of their respective coven to its full potential, without any technological restrictions. I don't know, just popped into my head, thought it might be worth sharing. Next up, we know the Day of Unity is approaching relatively soon within the show's flow of time. Belos and Hikimura have both made remarks that they're on too short of a notice to replace Hunter or Rain in the Day of Unity.
It'd be too much of a hassle to find a replacement.
And it would be such a hassle to find a replacement.
Ida's in a panic, trying to get a handle on herself and her new harpy form, because she feels as if she's running on limited time.
I'm freaking out, Hootie. Belos is planning something big, and I'm weaker than a newborn witchling.
Season 2 also seems to feature significantly smaller gaps of time between episodes. Separate Tides transpires only a week and a half after the events of Youngblood Old Souls. Amity skips Palisman Day after springing a kiss on Luce, which I think implies this episode only happened a day or 2 later, because why wouldn't they have seen each other in school beforehand? And we know knock knock knocking on Hootie's door occurs shortly after Ida's Requiem, given Ida's aforementioned panic. Let's also not forget that the second half of Season 1 marked the start of a new semester at Hexside, a semester that Luce and the others are still in. So perhaps the Day of Unity coincides with the end of the Hexside semesters, purposefully organized this way by Belos. I say this because I really can't see 11 more episodes going by and we're still in the same semester of Hexside. If anything, I think we'll approach the end of the semester sooner than later, in the final episodes of the season. On that note, maybe as opposed to weather seasons, there's other factors that dictate Hexside semesters. Things that could impact a student's ability to perform magic, like maybe an eclipse? Because that's next on our list. There's an eclipse involved. During the little preface of the Day of Unity, there's a noticeable eclipse around the rising sun once the Titan is embedded around Earth's civilization. I'm not sure there's been much discussion around this eclipse, beyond the implications of Ambi's new necklace appearing identical to it, but it's a vital clue. The Day of Unity doesn't just occur when Belos or the Titan feels like it happens on what we can assume is a very special occasion. Perhaps a day where Earth and the Demon Realm share the same eclipse at the exact same time. At least, that's what I'm thinking. Makes sense. Perhaps this eclipse weakens the barrier between worlds, or greatly amplifies magic, making it a breeze to merge through the means of a big spell. Which is our next point. There's a big spell involved. Rain said so, look.
He's preparing some big spell for the Day of Unity, but he can't do it without every head witch.
The requirement to pull off this spell, however, is for all 9 Coven leaders to be kept alive and accounted for. A factor that saved Rain's life, at least for a little bit, as Kikimori decided to keep them in a cocoon through their Coven mark, rather than sending Rain off to be petrified. I think this also sets up Rain being controlled like a puppet, or having someone they hold dear in peril, because there's no way they're going to willingly assist Belos' endgame plans. Now, I already shared my in-depth ramblings in a full-fledged theory video, but given that Belos states the more witches join a coven, the more their power grows, I suspect the magic of all covens will be transferred into each respective head, allowing them to withstand the weight of the spell they need to perform. As for what this spell could be, it's more than likely the action required to merge the 2 realms in the first place, or alternatively, revive the Titan to full power. Its eyes are shown lighting up with a giant green flame after all. Either way, I can't wait to see how the different forms of magic are incorporated into this spell. I have a feeling it's going to be some really creative stuff. Getting close to the end here, a portal is needed. And not just any portal, but the mysterious door that was previously in the possession of Ida Clawthorn, but seemingly created by Philip Whittabane. We're not sure why Belos needs the portal, yet I don't think it'll be responsible for the Titan's big shift. The repurposing of the portal is enlarging it in scale and power, and Belos claims he looks forward to seeing Earth's ocean again. So it's likely leading up to the Day of Unity, and not exactly meant to be used to activate the Day of Unity. Belos returning to Earth for preparations that are needed on the other side. And considering the size of the portal, I have a hunch he's going to be sending an army of Abomatons through with him. He claimed his plans weren't an invasion to Luce, but come on, there's going to be a little invading. He's a villain! And last but not least, Hunter is needed for the Day of Unity. The sweet cinnamon roll everyone wants to protect is absolutely in danger. He's been set up for tragedy since the moment it was revealed he's the nephew of Emperor Belos. And with their fragile dynamic comes a lot of half answers, manipulation, and currently implied physical abuse, as Hunter's struggling to earn his uncle's approval.
Actually, I read about this technique harnessing wild magic to, sorry.
It seems as if Belos only keeps Hunter around so closely as his right-hand man due to his claims of Hunter's importance in relation to the Titan. Belos has told Hunter on a few occasions that the Titan has big plans for him. As speculated before, I think Hunter is either going to be used as a sacrifice or a vessel, potentially serving as a new body for the Titan or Belos. It seems as if he's preparing something called a Grimwalker, which looks a lot like Hunter, as if it was a replacement. Just saying. Whatever it may be, I suspect that Belos and Hunter's resemblance to the vague depictions of Philip and his brother will also play into everything in a major way. But for now, that's everything we know. But now it's time to hear what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the Day of Unity, and what do you suspect the bigger picture may be? Let us know in the comments below, and you can keep the conversation going at Roundtable Vids over on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me at Vox. Special thanks to JANKYBONES for creating an awesome thumbnail. For more of their amazing art, you can find them on Tumblr at JANKYBONES, Twitter and Instagram at BoneJanky, and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please order a like, and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. See ya!